Listen to me. Look at me. This is not a feel-good message. This is a wake-up call. Comfort is a drug, and you're addicted. You wake up comfortable, you think comfortable, you live comfortable, and then you wonder why your life hasn't changed. Comfort whispers lies. Tomorrow is fine. You deserve a break. Don't push too hard. But tell me something. How long are you going to keep listening? How long are you going to keep numbing your potential? Comfort doesn't kill you fast. It kills you slowly, quietly, day by day, dream by dream. You didn't lose your fire overnight. You sedated it with excuses, with habits, with ease. Comfort feels good now, but it costs you later. It costs discipline. It costs growth. It costs greatness. And deep down, you know it. You feel it when you lay in bed at night. You feel it when you scroll instead of study. You feel it when you quit early. That discomfort in your chest, that's not fear. That's regret knocking early. Let me ask you something. When did easy become your goal? When did safe replace strong? You weren't built for average. You weren't designed for soft. You were built for pressure, for resistance, for struggle. Diamonds don't form in comfort. Legends don't rise in comfort. Your best self does not live in comfort. Comfort is a drug. And like any drug, it dulls your senses. It makes you forget who you are. It makes you forget what you wanted. So detox now. Detox from sleeping in. Detox from excuses. Detox from I'll start Monday. Detox from environments that keep you small. Detox from people who celebrate your laziness. Detox from habits that don't demand more from you. You say you want more money, more strength, more respect, more purpose. But are you willing to be uncomfortable for it? Are you willing to sweat for it? Are you willing to suffer for a season? Because growth hurts, change hurts, discipline hurts. But you know what hurts more? Staying the same. Every time you choose comfort, you delay your destiny. Every time you choose easy, you train weakness. Every time you avoid pain, you avoid progress. Get uncomfortable on purpose. Wake up earlier than you want. Work longer than you feel. Push when your mind says stop. Because your mind quits before your body does. Your comfort quits before your potential does. This is the moment, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, break the habit, break the cycle, break the addiction. Comfort has had enough of your life. It's time you take it back. Detox now. Suffer now. So you can live free later. You don't need motivation forever. You need discipline today. Comfort is a drug, and champions don't get high on easy. Give me 5 keynotes. Here are 5 powerful keynotes built directly from comfort is a drug. Detox Now, designed for high energy delivery and maximum impact. 1, comfort is quietly killing your potential. Comfort doesn't attack you. It sedates you. Makes you productive enough to survive, but never hungry enough to dominate. Every day you choose comfort, your potential shrinks without a sound. Success doesn't disappear overnight. It fades while you relax. 2, discomfort is the price of growth. Nothing grows in ease. Strength, skill, confidence, everything you admire was forged under pressure. If you were uncomfortable, you're not failing. You're evolving. Pain isn't punishment. It's proof you're becoming more than you were. 3, discipline is the ultimate detox. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It does what needs to be done anyway. When you build discipline, you break the addiction to comfort and reclaim control over your life. 4, every excuse is another dose. Excuses feel harmless, but they stack. One excuse becomes a habit becomes a lifestyle, and a lifestyle becomes regret. Every excuse you accept is another hit of comfort keeping you stuck. 5, choose pain now or regret later. Pain is unavoidable. You either pay with effort now or regret later. One makes you stronger. The other makes you bitter. The choice is yours every single day. Champions choose temporary pain for permanent pride. If you want, I can now turn each keynote into a full 3 to 4 minute speech. Write short viral hooks for reels or YouTube intros bar. Read closing chant or call and response for live deliverable. BR. Comfort is quietly killing your potential. T is not loud. Bar. T does not scream. Bar. Whispers. It tells you that you are doing enough. It tells you that tomorrow is guaranteed. It tells you to relax, to wait, to slow down. And you listen. You wake up and choose easy. You avoid the hard call. You skip the extra rep. You delay the hard decision. And nothing explodes. Nothing breaks. That is the danger. Comfort does not destroy your life in a moment. It erases it in inches, day by day, choice by choice. You do not lose your dream. You trade it away for convenience. You still show up, you still work, but you stop stretching. You stop pushing. You stop demanding more from yourself. And potential hates that. Potential only responds to pressure. Ask yourself this. When was the last time you were truly uncomfortable? When was the last time you pushed past what felt safe? Comfort keeps you busy, not better, active, not advancing, alive, not activated. It keeps you good while greatness fades quietly in the background. You were not built to coast. You were built to climb. You were built to strain. You were built to grow under resistance. Every time you choose comfort, you shrink your future. Every time you choose easy, you train weakness. Every time you avoid discomfort, you avoid becoming who you could be. This is not an attack. This is a warning. You still have time. But understand this clearly. No one reaches their potential by accident. No one stumbles into greatness. You must fight comfort daily. You must challenge yourself deliberately. You must choose growth over ease. Comfort is quiet, but the regret it leaves behind is loud. Decide to wake up, push harder, and reclaim what comfort stole. Discomfort is the price of growth. It always has been. It always will be. You do not level up by staying safe. You do not grow by staying relaxed. Growth demands pressure, and pressure demands discomfort. Every strong body was built through strain. Every sharp mind was shaped through struggle. Every disciplined life was forged in moments that felt heavy, painful, and uncertain. That burn you feel, that resistance you hate, that is the signal that change is happening. You want more strength, but you avoid the weight. You want more confidence, but you avoid the challenge. You want a better life, but you resist the process. Growth does not respond to wishes. It responds to work. Discomfort stretches you. It exposes your limits so you can break them. It forces adaptation. It demands focus. When things feel hard, you are not failing. You are learning. You are building capacity. You are becoming dangerous. Ask yourself this. Why are you running from the very thing that can transform you? Why do you expect growth without pain? Comfort keeps you where you are. Discomfort takes you where you need to go. One protects your ego. The other builds your future. You cannot have progress without pressure. You cannot have results without resistance. The moment you choose discomfort, you take control. You stop negotiating with weakness. You stop obeying fear. You stop quitting when it gets hard. You start training your mind to stay. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It sharpens you. It humbles you. It prepares you for levels you cannot reach while staying comfortable. Lean into it. Seek it. Respect it. Every time you choose discomfort on purpose, you pay the price of growth in advance, and you earn a future most people will never touch. Discipline is the ultimate detox. Not motivation, not hype, not emotion. Discipline. Motivation fades when things get hard. Discipline shows up anyway. You cannot rely on how you feel. Feelings change. Discipline does not. Discipline wakes you up when comfort begs you to stay in bed. Discipline pushes you when excuses start talking. Discipline keeps moving when everything in you wants to stop. Comfort makes promises. Discipline makes progress. Comfort says later. Discipline says now. Comfort negotiates. Discipline executes. You do not need more inspiration. You need structure. You need standards. You need rules for yourself that do not bend when life gets uncomfortable. Discipline is how you break the addiction to easy. Every disciplined action is a withdrawal from comfort. Every completed task is proof you are back in control. You stop waiting to feel ready. You stop waiting to feel confident. You act first. Confidence follows. Ask yourself this. Who is in charge of your life, your feelings, or your discipline? How much longer will you let comfort decide your actions? Discipline is not punishment. It is protection. It protects your goals from your moods. It protects your future from your impulses. It keeps you focused when distractions are loud and discipline is quiet. You build discipline by doing small, hard things daily, by keeping promises to yourself, by finishing what you start. Over time, discipline becomes your identity. When discipline takes over, excuses disappear. Weakness loses its voice. Comfort loses its grip. You stop needing motivation because discipline becomes automatic. This is the detox. No shortcuts, no hacks, just repeated, intentional discipline. Master discipline, and you master yourself. And when you master yourself, you master time, energy, and direction. turning daily effort into unstoppable momentum that carries you forward long after emotions disappear without apology or hesitation. Every excuse is another dose. It seems small, harmless, justified. But every excuse feeds the addiction to comfort. You say you are tired. You say you are busy. You say the timing is not right. And comfort smiles because it just won again. Excuses sound responsible. They sound logical. They sound mature, but they steal momentum quietly. One excuse becomes permission. Permission becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. You do not fail because you cannot. You fail because you explain. You explain why you skip, why you stop, why you settle. And every explanation is another hit. Ask yourself this: are your excuse is protecting you or poisoning you? How many dreams have you delayed with a good reason? Excuses lower standards. They soften discipline. They train you to quit politely instead of pushing brutally. Excuses make average feel acceptable. The truth is simple. Results do not care about your reasons. Your future does not reward explanations. Life only responds to action. Every time you refuse an excuse, you break the cycle. Every time you act anyway, you weaken comfort. You build self-respect when you stop negotiating with weakness. Excuses keep you comfortable. Discipline makes you dangerous. You cannot detox halfway. You cannot excuse your way to excellence. You must cut excuses off completely. No more just this once. No more tomorrow. No more exceptions. Replace excuses with execution. Replace explanations with effort. Replace comfort with commitment. Because the more excuses you swallow, the weaker you become. And the moment you stop making them, you start becoming unstoppable. That is the turning point. No applause, no shortcuts. Just you choosing discipline over stories, action over comfort, and responsibility over excuses every single day until strength replaces weakness and results speak louder than any reason you ever gave without apology or hesitation ever. You will feel pain either way. That is not optional. The question is when, and the question is why. Pain now or regret later. One sharpens you. The other haunts you. When you choose pain now, you choose effort. You choose discipline. You choose early mornings, hard conversations, heavy reps, and long nights. It hurts, but it builds. It forges confidence, strength, and self-respect. When you avoid pain now, you postpone it. You hide in comfort. You delay decisions. You stay safe. And later, pain returns as regret. Quiet, heavy, permanent. Ask yourself this: which pain do you want to live with? Temporary discomfort or lifelong disappointment? Pain now demands action. Regret later demands explanations. Pain now asks for courage. Regret later asks why you did nothing. One moves you forward. The other traps you in the past. You already know this truth. You feel it when you hesitate. You feel it when you quit early. You feel it when you choose easy and immediately feel empty. Champions choose pain now. They suffer intentionally. They train when no one is watching. They push when quitting feels reasonable. They understand that pain paid upfront buys freedom later. Regret never makes you stronger. It only reminds you of what you avoided. Pain, on the other hand, teaches you who you really are. Stop running from discomfort. Run toward it. Choose the wait. Choose the work. Choose the struggle. Because years from now, you will either thank yourself for the pain you endured or hate yourself for the pain you avoided. Choose wisely. Choose pain now. Build a future that does not whisper regret every time you are alone, and refuse comfort until discipline defines your choices, your habits, your standards, your identity, your strength, your legacy, forever, starting today, right now.